Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of you are doing very well. Today is a bit of an off day for me, so pardon my appearance. And I am doing this reading for Movie Star Monday for my series Movie Star Mondays for Amy Winehouse. I am a little bit under the weather, if you will, because of whatever that's been transpiring in my personal life. So, yeah, I didn't make an effort to go get all dressed up, but I promise I have showered. Okay. And see, of course, my hair, you know how I am, right? Anyhow, I should stop because I'm really, really OCD visually. I am. So, okay, it's been a day. So anyway, let's get started. Oh wait, I forgot to make some announcements before I get any further. So yes, I still do personal readings. For personal consultations, I still do that. Feel free to go to my website. It is www.therealtarot1123.com. It's very user friendly. You can you have complete control in terms of putting in the information, picking the date, picking the time, the type of reading you want. You put in your personal information, your date of birth, time of birth, city and state of birth, and you make the payment, and then you get a confirmation for your personal consultation, and then we can get started on that. I do these via WhatsApp or Zoom. Keep in mind, WhatsApp consultations are not recorded, but Zoom consultations are definitely recorded if you request for a recording, and yes, that will be at an additional fee, and I will send you the recording so you can keep it with you and watch it whenever you want. Okay, so that's as far as my personal that's as far as information regarding personal readings. I do also do week ahead readings, month ahead readings, etc. on my website. It's subscription based. Feel free to go on and have a look at it. And let's get started. Let me make some adjustments here. Get all these out of the way. Lower this computer. So I'm gonna I don't even know where to set it. I'll just set it here. So the angles are a bit off. I did, like you can see, I have my little I made some changes to this room. I think I prefer to sit this way because I get good light from there, and I don't know, I just decided to change it. Let me stop gabbing and get on with this because I'm just gabbing. So this is for Amy Winehouse. As we all know, what a beautiful, talented young lady, and of course she died way too young. Very, very unfortunate. I will show you all the cards. Please excuse me if I will try to drop this down like that, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we'll see as we go. Amy Winehouse. I hope I have turned down the volume for my. Of course I have. Yeah. Okay. I did. I will probably not be making too many, whatchamacall those things. My little crystal here. I won't be making too many announcements with regards to this because I don't have enough time. But of course, when it's posted, you all can have a look at it, right? What am I trying to say even? I don't know. So anyway, I should stop gabbing. What I was trying to say was, you know how I post on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook that, hey, this video is up, come and have a look at it. Well, I haven't had the time to do that, so I don't know why I'm gabbing. Anyway, let's go. Amy Winehouse. She was born on the 14th of September, 1983, and she passed on 23rd July 2011. So she's a Virgo, and she passed in Leo season. 7th house, friends, marriage, partners, contracts, and relationships is very much aspected for her, as well as the 8th house, which talks about will, secrets, death, regeneration, finances, etc. So I'm wearing my old lady glasses, so there, yeah. I was just looking at it, it almost blends with my skin tone, right? All right, we have Pluto. The lighting is not the best because I'm still trying to get everything set up, but we'll go with it. Scorpio. Then we have Pisces. Saturn, not at all surprised with Pisces and Saturn. And Venus, not at all surprised with that either. Because clearly she is, you know, such a beautiful, such a creative. Obviously, if she had continued to thrive in her career, she would have been making money hand over fist, even further so, if you will. So Virgo, 1, 2, 6, 7. Virgo, so her 7th house, as I said, 7th and 8th houses are aspected. Her 7th house is Pisces, not surprised. And her 8th house is Aries. Now, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And of course, Aries is ruled by Mars. So I don't see a Mars here as yet. However, we have Pluto. Pluto does talk about, you know, regeneration, if you will, death and regeneration, right? It's almost like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Then we have Scorpio. Scorpio, see, Pluto and Mars rule Scorpio, and she's got Scorpio here. Scorpio, again, you have Jupiter, which is that take action and go forward, and yet again, you know, if you burn, then you do have the ability to regenerate, if you will. So she has that very strongly here. And she has Pisces, which is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. So Neptune does talk about confusion, illusions, and dreams. And it doesn't surprise me because she's got Pluto, Scorpio, and Pisces over here, which talks about addictions, etc., right? Then you have Saturn. Saturn is very restrictive for her because she is 1, 2, 6, 5 and 6. Yeah, for her there was an external restriction on her all the time. So as much as she was the artist, as much as she was the one who what's the word, success or failure depended upon her artistic endeavors and her artistic skill sets. Having said all of that, I feel that she was constantly being manipulated and trying to be controlled. She didn't much appreciate that. Then we have Venus. Now Venus rules Taurus and rules Libra. Now Taurus is the sister sign to Virgo, right? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are sister signs. So here we have Venus, and then we have Saturn. So very earthy, very much into, you know, finances, the fine things in life, really appreciating the good things in life. But having said that, there was a certain element of simplicity about her. Like, you know, as much as she enjoyed all the fine things in life, and she could certainly afford it, you know, with her success, etc., there was this almost very earthy, passionate aspect to her character, like very real. Like you know how we all have our preconceptions and our notions about, oh, how movie stars are, they are got to be like this, they got to be like that, or they are like this, they are like that. Look, understand this, before they became stars and movie stars and all that stuff, first and foremost, they're human beings just like us, right? So you know, we always seem to forget, we kind of forget that, of course, we kind of forget that they're human beings just like us, and they have emotions just like us, wants and needs, and, you know, likes and dislikes just like us. So having said that, at the very core of her being, I want to say, very passionate, very very simplistic in her way of expressing herself and her emotions to her loved ones, etc. And her demands also were quite on the very simple level, in the sense that very, I don't want to say the word pure, but almost like a very basic, how shall I say it? She was just a very simple person. I mean, you know, very basic, like, you know, I don't know how to say it though. None of the fluff, right? I mean, that could have been her performance kind of aura or personality or whatever. But as an individual, if you were to peel off all that fluff from her, she was a very, very basic, simple needs, like just every one of us, right? What are our needs? To love, to be honored, to be cherished, to be successful, to have good health, to have the family and friends and support, and that's our success at work and all that stuff. So very basic stuff. But she definitely, I feel that she was being manipulated, and she was being, that thing. Oh, no, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Let me move that, because that one is going to... Very basic needs. She was manipulated, really manipulated, very controlled. And what I'm saying is, if she didn't have that level of control, if she wasn't controlled to such an extent, and if she had had the freedom to do whatever she wanted, like in terms of expressing herself, her character, her music, her talent, her opinions, the way she thought, if she was just let her be, like without being manipulated like that, she would have gone on to have a lot of stuff. What I'm seeing here is her conflict was, I understand the responsibility of being a star. I understand the responsibility of being a performer, and my success is going to definitely affect a lot of people around me. Having said that, I know I shouldn't let them down. I don't want to let them down, but yet again, I'm feeling stifled. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Whoa. Well, we'll take it. This lighting is no good, y'all. Let me see if I can turn this thing over. Oh. Is that better? Oh God, a little bit better. Okay. So we have the Force. Okay. Then we have the Sun card. Then we have the Empress. And then we have the Star card. Am I surprised? Not at all. Not at all surprised. Not at all surprised. So the Force card, of course, in the traditional tarot, the Strength card is number 8, and the Justice card is 11. Here, the Force card is 11. So keep that in mind, right? This is a slightly different tarot. And you have the Sun card. So you still have, the Sun rules Leo. You still have the Sun card here. And then you have the Empress, and then you have the Star. For her, she felt it was difficult for her to balance. Maybe I should see. Let me see. No, that's going to... Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to... It's not going to happen because this is not elevated enough. Bear with me. So I hope this doesn't stop here. The Strength card talks about, it's a Libra card in this case, 11. But then the Force as well, which is the Strength card, the Leo card. It says there was this great need to find balance between making the right decisions, thinking with your head and thinking with your heart. Like, what is the right decision to make over here? How do I balance, making balanced decisions that would be good for everybody, as opposed to making decisions that would only pertain to me, like being selfish. And then again, how do I find the right balance between, making decisions with my head and also ensuring that my heart is satisfied. That's sort of a push and pull. You have the Sun card, which is 19. It was all about career, reputation, moral, and life goals. She just wanted to freely express herself. That's it. Her music was something that she just wanted to express, like, just let me be. Give me the mic and let me be. Just give me the mic and let me be. Let me do what I want to do. Like, just let me be. Give me the mic. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I know I'm being obsessive about this. I should have done something, but so just let me create. Just let me create. Leave me alone and let me create. I also see here that she had very, very deep affections for a particular individual. And I wouldn't be surprised if that individual has a sun, moon, or rising or Venus sign in Leo. I don't know who it is, but she definitely had, whoever she married or whoever she had relationships with. There is one person over here, sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign. Leo, very strong Leo in the chart. She really, really appreciated that individual and really liked that individual. She also felt that that person was somebody she could trust and who she could trust enough to make the right decisions for her. Almost like, I'm giving you all the power. You make the right decisions for me as far as the career is concerned, and I will just create. I will just be the Empress, right? The Empress does, as we know, it talks about, it's ruled by the Venus. It talks about luxury and beauty and creativity and all that good stuff. She is like, just let me be. I just want to create, right? I will be that quintessential female, feminine, who can create, that Venus energy, who will create and do all these things, and I'm going to give you the power to manage my career. So, and then she has a star card, and the star card, of course, is an Aquarius card. It talks, is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Now, what are the odds that we have Saturn right here? But see, here also, it's all about, again, wanting to find balance. I think she really struggled with finding balance in her life, as opposed to, not as opposed to, balance in the sense that I am an artist, I want to have the creative freedom to be able to do whatever I want, but on the other hand, I'm very cognizant of the fact that this is a business. How do I go about balancing the two? Okay, so that kind of a conflict was something she always struggled with, and I'm going to stop with this, or I'm going to have to go and cut off my hair, one of those two. But for those of you who know me, you know I get a little OCD about these things. And for others of you who are just visiting, please don't think I'm like some cuckoo person. Well, I suppose there's a little bit of cuckoo in every one of us, but yeah, I try not to pay attention to these things. But it's almost like that, the great need to want to, like, if you just let her, it's almost like, give me a car, give me my guitar, and I will just drive around, and give me a piece of paper and a pen, and I will just drive around, leave me be. I will go create music, write my music, and then when I'm ready, I'll come back and let's put it all together. Right? I'm not saying she was an irresponsible person, but I think she would have much preferred to give somebody else the responsibility and the power to take care of the mundane stuff in her life. Okay? What tarot is this? I forgot the name even. I haven't used it in a while. The Wild Unknown Tarot. I moved everything, and so now the last time I moved, I hadn't even finished arranging the cards, the decks. So this time I moved, I have just a little bit that I need to arrange over there. Other than that, everything is arranged, and I'm like, oh, I haven't used this in a while, and oh my God, I forgot I had this deck. Yeah, so I'm taking everything out. I'm going to try and recycle, not recycle, like rotate, you know. But my favorites are here. You all know that. They'll always be here. My go-to cards. I just realized I have some beautiful, beautiful cards that I hadn't used in a while, and I'm going to start, like I said, rotating them. Okay, let me do some reversals. Okay, we will do some reversals. I'm going to try and keep this short, but it doesn't help that I was talking so much, right? About other things. All right, Amy Winehouse, let's see. Very unfortunate. Oh my God, right off the bat, Four of Swords. That tells me that she was really tired, y'all. She was like, I've had it, I'm done, I'm okay, I feel like everybody's coming at me. Like, I can't breathe, I need a reprieve, I need a break, I need to step back from this a little bit. So it almost feels like she had this great need to want to kind of just step back from the glare, from the fame, from all that stuff, and just kind of chill, because there was something that transpired that she felt deeply, deeply hurt about, that she couldn't get out of. Like, she couldn't get past that. It's almost like, even though it might not have been her fault, she felt like she couldn't forgive herself for what transpired. So she somehow holds herself deeply responsible for that. And it's kind of really, I don't know whether it was a disillusionment of a relationship or something. She feels like she feels like whatever disintegrated, she let that individual down, or she let that situation down. Not because she did, that's the way they made her feel. whoever they are, that's the way they made her feel, that she wasn't doing enough. And the sad thing is, it almost feels like for the way she's expressing, it seems like she felt she wasn't valued enough. Now, I'm not going to say that she had very poor self-respect. That's not it. She felt that no matter how much she tried, she wasn't appreciated. It wasn't enough for those people, whoever those people are. I don't know. Mother of Cups, look, very emotional. So this says that she definitely did try her, and it's right on the Sun card on top of this relationship card. So this to me tells me that she really did try very much to be the loving, respectful, supportive. Okay, it's okay, we'll try, we'll make an effort, let's go forward. Having empathy, saying, you know what, it's all right, let's try, it's okay, we'll try again, no harm, no foul, let's try again. But it's not enough. It's almost like it wasn't enough. What is this? Who is this person? I don't know. I didn't go and look at, who she was married to or none of that, because I'm like, I don't much care for these people. I just want to know. And she has the Empress right on top of the Empress again. Y'all, you know what this tells me? This young lady, whoever she gave her heart to and her soul to, didn't deserve her. Double Empress. Was she pregnant, or was she wanting to become pregnant? I don't know. Or is it that she couldn't get pregnant? See, for her, I believe she was one of those people who preferred to have meaningful conversations. She was not one of those people who were like, let's just jab on about whatever, like just shoot the breeze, if you will. Even in her relationship, she always was very deep and wanted to have deep conversations. And it was almost like whenever she wanted to do that, whoever this individual, her significant other or the love of her life or whoever they were, they almost shot her down like, my God, stop with that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Stop with it. I don't want to hear it. Stop with it. Like, they would entertain her for a little bit, but she says she could almost sense that it was forced attention. She felt like they were like pretending that like they were being attentive, but she felt it wasn't genuine attention. And it wasn't that she was an attention seeker, but it's like, when you're with your significant other and you want to have a conversation with them, it's nice to know that they're paying attention to what you're saying and really listening and hearing and observing what you're saying, right? And sinking in, if they truly care for you, though. But, and also, after a certain point in time, she would shut down, because she says, what's the point? For her, still waters run deep, and she's like, whatever, like that passion and still waters run deep, and she's got that little bit of a scorpionic energy to her too. Like after a while, she starts shutting down, and she goes, okay, what's the point? I may as well forget it. Like, what's the point? And when she reaches that level of what's the point is when that hurt sets in, and it's like, that's when, reach for all kinds of things, whatever, substance or this, that, and the other. And I do believe she was facilitated a lot. She was really facilitated. You kidding me? Look at the High Priestess on top of the Star card, okay, on top of the Venus card. I mean, it was like that. There we go. Unbelievable. And the High Priestess is ruled by the moon, right? It talks about secrecy, keeping things hidden, not divulging everything, going inwards and hiding things that you feel that if you were threatened or exposed or vulnerable. You would kind of shrink back and hide behind the curtains and not let your emotions be seen. And it also does talk about things are, you know, hidden, and not wanting to rush, not wanting to make hasty decisions, and a lot of emotions, because it's ruled by the moon. Lot of emotions, very, very emotional. And it's right on top of the star card, right, the Aquarius card. And Aquarius, as I said, Saturn is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So with Saturn trying to restrict you, and Uranus, you know, all about sudden shocks and changes. And remember, Saturn is also a hard taskmaster, and she's got Venus. So clearly this shows that she definitely was literally worked to the bones. Literally, I mean, she was really worked. I mean, they it was almost like trying to extract every last drop of her energy and her aura and her talent, as soon as they could. Like, there was no, look, I'm not an expert in talent management, or I don't know nothing about the music industry or anything like that, but I feel like they wanted to get the most out of her as soon as possible. They didn't really pay attention to her emotions, the fact that she wanted to kind of shut down at times. She felt that she really needed to shut down at times to kind of get into that rest and recuperate phase and then come out again, but they wouldn't let her do that. That's what I'm seeing. And so for them, she was just a money maker. Just that. Just go and make us money, Amy. Just make us money. We really don't care. Just make us money. So sad. So sad. See, I'll tell you one thing about her. What I'm sensing is, I don't believe that she would have lived past like 58. That's what I'm getting. I don't think she would have lived past 58. But I'll tell you what, it's better to have been in the physical world till you're 58 rather than past when, how old was she? 28, wait, 83? Okay, she was 28 years when she died, or about there, right? Not even, yeah, 27, 28. So she would have had at least another 30 years. I mean, that would have been fantastic. But I also feel there was this great dilemma in her, in terms of, you know, I want to, that creative aspect, that artiste in her, that creativity in her, wanting to express it and have the freedom to express it without having people judge her. Like, it's like she's saying, look, I wish I didn't have to care about whether people really appreciated my music or not. I just wanted to make music. I just wanted to create. Like, that's a true artist, in my opinion, right? Somebody who says, I just want to create. But see, once you start commercializing it and monetizing it and wanting to make a business out of it, then the whole equation changes. Then no matter who you are as an artist, then you will be forced to give a little bit of your power away to whoever, be it your managers, the music studios, or what have you, record studios, or what have you. So for her, it was like, just leave me alone. I just want to, like. But I'm going to say also with this card, the Four of Swords, starting from a very young age, I do believe she felt that she was very talented, of course. Starting from a very young age, she felt like that she would never have the, innately, subconsciously, for whatever reason, she felt like she never would have had the, let me rephrase it. She felt like she would never be allowed to truly express herself. That she felt like she would always be in a space of, she would always be alone, like in a space of, in a vacuum where it would be only her, like almost solitude. She always knew she was going to be alone. She always knew. It's like, I am part of this big universe, but I know I am going to be alone. There's nobody else going to be in that space but me. She always knew that, and she always felt it. Then something about her mother, I don't know whether it says that, whether her relationship in her mother was fantastic or non-existent, but something about the mother. And she also says that she always wanted to be her mom herself. So I don't know whether she wanted to procreate and she didn't get the chance to, or whatever. Did she have any miscarriages or anything like that? She's got two Empress cards right under Saturn and Pisces. So Saturn talks about limiting, not allowing you to carry a pregnancy to full term and not having a baby or not conceiving. And Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and ruled by Neptune. So that talks about, even if she did get pregnant, she would have lost because of Neptune, she would have lost the pregnancies. So I don't know about that. I'm sure one of y'all will put it in the comment section. I just sat down. I've had a bit of a rough day today. It's been a little testy for me on regarding my health and all that stuff. So I've been struggling a little with that. So I was telling Mark, I said, I need to go and make this video. It's like too late in the day. I have to get it done. And then he looked at me and he goes, who are you reading for? I said, Amy Winehouse. And then he says, is that why you're wearing the shirt you're wearing? Now, this t-shirt was, I don't know how old it is. I probably about 15 years ago, I bought it in one of those things in California. In Temecula, we used to have the wine and balloon festival. And I think I saw this and it's like a cute shirt, but it's not appropriate, I don't think, to wear outside. Right? I don't know why I got it. It was cute at the time I bought it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not an alcoholic by any way, shape or form. And half a glass of wine, I'll be asleep for 3 days. I'm a super lightweight. I very, very rarely do drink any alcohol at all. And in fact, I have not had any alcohol at all. I would say, how much is it now? Yeah, well over 18 months. So earlier I would have half a glass of wine. I'd pour myself a half a glass of wine and it'll be sitting there. I couldn't finish it. So, but Amy Winehouse, and I'm wearing a wine t-shirt. I'm not trying to kind of insinuate anything, but it's funny, isn't it? Even the color combination, now think about it, is black and red. Wasn't it that red her trademark, her favorite, the color of lipstick she would wear, and her dark hair? Coincidentally. And I'm like, I'm not going to change. I'm just going to go get into this reading and do this. But so surprisingly, we have the Seven of Cups. I'm sorry, the Chariot card, not Seven of Cups, the Chariot card in the reverse. So what this tells me is clearly, oh, don't you dare. What this tells me is clearly her progress, right? The Chariot card is a Cancer card, is ruled by the moon, and it talks about maintaining focus, balance, attention to detail. With it being in the reverse, she completely lost focus of what she wanted to do in her life. She completely lost balance. She was completely off kilter. What the hell was that? She was completely off kilter. And then here we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So when we look at the Eight of Swords, it talks about self-restriction, right? You restricting yourself. But in the reverse, it says that even though she completely lost her balance and she completely lost her focus, there was a certain element of freedom in that. It was almost like, oh, I don't need to worry about this no more. There's a certain element of, I feel free about it. I feel like, I can get away with things, or I can just, it was freeing for her. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. As much as she couldn't maintain focus, as much as she didn't care. She was like, there's no need for this. I don't need to maintain focus. There's no need for me to balance. It doesn't matter. I really don't care. And so therefore, whatever hindrances and whatever restrictions I have, I've just broken free of the chains. And then you have Ace of Wands in the uprights. Broken free of the chains. And then with the Ace of Wands in the uprights, it talks about having the freedom to now go forth and be myself, create and be my individual self, come into my own. So I do believe if she wasn't that controlled and manipulated, she would have really flourished. She would have really, really flourished. Would she have gone through some ups and downs? Sure, but she would have really flourished. And then we have the World card in the reverse. Oh my God. But then there's no success. There is no completion. The cycle couldn't be completed. The success couldn't be the success and completion through spiritual rebirth and success in any which way or form couldn't be completed. That it is broken. It is broken. Stalled is what I'm being told, not broken, stalled. What difference does that make? Okay, 9 of Cups. So, having the wish fulfillment, wanting to be able to reach a spot where she could be emotionally, spiritually fulfilled. Cups talks about emotions, sentiments, romance, social and spiritual aspects, right? So she definitely wanted that. She was definitely looking forward to that. She wanted to break free of all these things and all these chains, so then she can come into her own and take the initiative and go forward to find the fulfillment and wish fulfillment and happiness and all that kind of a stuff, even though it meant that her progress would have stopped, meaning that even though it meant that her career would not have been successful, she was fine with it. She was like, it's okay if I don't have success in my career anymore, as long as I will have the emotional, the sentimental, romantic, social and spiritual connection and completion within myself. So she was okay if her career went down. Oh, 2 cards. Then we have the 8. Eight of Pentacles. Then we have the 10 of Swords. Oh my God. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. It's so tied to her career. See, 8 of Pentacles talks about, but she wasn't allowed to take break free. She wasn't allowed the luxury of thinking or even saying or even entertaining the idea or the concept or the thought of, you know what, I don't care about my career anymore. I'm willing to walk away from my career. It doesn't matter to me no more. She was not allowed to go down that rabbit hole, because they're like, no, you can't. You owe us. You're tied to us. You literally are a slave. You have a commitment here. You can't just go off and leave everything and say to heck with it all. You have to continue to focus on your career. You have to continue to work. 8 of Pentacles. Chip away and keep working at your job. Fine tune it and work it. And she's like, no, absolutely not. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Absolutely not. I do not want to feel like I've been completely hit rock bottom. And basically they're saying, if you continue to work, then you won't feel like that anymore. We will ensure that you will be fine, because this is what 10 of Swords upright is absolute grief and absolutely like literally being stabbed from all corners, like no way out. But if she had continued to work, they false promises. Hey, we will make sure that you won't feel, in the reverse basically means we will make sure that you won't feel restricted, like grief and stricken and hitting rock bottom. We'll make sure you won't feel like that anymore. And then 4 of Pentacles in the upright. See, I'm telling you, with these cards, it definitely looks like they purposefully encouraged her to consume controlled substances, be it alcohol or drugs or what have you, and kept her in that phase so that she would stop thinking. I do believe, I was going to say stop thinking of walking away from it all. I do believe she tried very hard to walk away from it all when she realized that she was going to be controlled and manipulated, and she had basically sold her soul to the devil type of situation. And so they wouldn't let her do that. They were trying to give her all of those things so that she could feel like she was okay and she was doing fine, and it was to control her. Absolutely control her, and therefore controlling the monies. Absolutely. She was most definitely controlled and manipulated. She was enabled for their individual ulterior motives. She couldn't get away from them. And then you have judgment in the reverse. Judgment is Pluto, right? Forgive and forget. In the reverse, there's absolutely no forgiveness. There's no, it was like she was tied to it. There was no way she could extricate herself from this situation, or from this group, or this bond, or this binding, or this contract, or what have you. I don't know what you want to call it. Oh my God. totally wanting to be free. Totally. This tells me that she was looking to her significant other to help her extract herself from this situation, and I don't think he came through. That is, no, he didn't. The Hierophant in the reverse. The Hierophant talks about mercy, compassion, okay? No, there was no mercy, there was no compassion. She looked to this person for mercy and compassion, but she didn't get none. She didn't get none. Control, absolute control. Saturnian, absolute control. She is a Virgo. Total control. Very unfortunate, y'all. You know, her blood is on somebody else's hands. I'll tell you that. That's what I feel. Amy Winehouse's blood is on somebody else's hands. That's it. Very unfortunate. It's all the enablers, the constant enabling bullcrap. Oh, you made a commitment to this for this tour. You have to do it. You have to do it. Well, if she's about like ready to kind of just pass out because she is so emotionally drained or whatever, rather than, you know, say, hey, you know, we're sorry, we have to pull the contract and lose all the money. They're like, screw that. We don't care about her. She better get up and perform. I can literally hear somebody saying, get off your arse and get to work type of thing. Pardon my language, but I can literally hear that. I mean, like, you know what I'm trying to say. Pardon the language, but, you know, get off your behind and get to work type of thing. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, where did I put these cards? Oh, here. Like, whatever. It's a difficult, I mean, it's very unfortunate. And you know what? She's not going to be the first person that this has happened to. She's not, and she clearly isn't. And she's definitely not going to be the last person who's going to be literally kind of swallowed by the swamp. Not. There are going to be so many people after her too who are literally going to be kind of, you know, yeah, I'm going to use some strong words, murdered. I mean, you know, in the name of I suppose this is a good time for me to say a disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. This video is based on my opinions and my observations. Please do your own due diligence, form your own conclusions, draw your own opinions. And this is for entertainment purposes only. What is going on here? Okay, let's see. The sadness I feel with her is that she felt very betrayed and very disappointed. That was not what she or how she envisioned her life would be. That sadness and that betrayal where she feels that the person who she really cared for and who she gave them the power to and implicitly trusted them, saying that I hope you have my back the way I have your back, that was not reciprocated by that person. That is where a heartache lies. That betrayal, that deep sense of betrayal, very unfortunate. And I don't know what the deal with her mother is. Hope, oh my God. Always hope. I love these cards. These are so beautiful. Taurus, 9th house is Venus again. High Priestess. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, doesn't she even look like her a little bit? The Grove. Lust. Oh my gosh. She was definitely like controlled and manipulated and basically wishing. So unfortunate, y'all. I'm going to just take a quick look at what the thing says over here. Give me 1 second, okay? Is this the one? Come on, buddy. Okay. Give me 1 second. Where are we at? High Priestess of Fire. 30. Yeah. Hang on 1 second. She had that ability. She had that ability to be able to like literally call upon that reservoir or that okay, she had that ability to go like that and that talent to come out. You know what I mean? Like her creativity was so on fire. Like she just oozed creativity is basically what I'm trying to say. She never had a problem with creating anything, okay, as far as her career was concerned. A lot of compassion, lot of compassion for people, lot of compassion for her loved ones, even though she, over a period of time, starting from a very young age, she felt that she was betrayed. She still had a lot of compassion. She still had the ability to, she was such a person where she would forgive, and she would be like, it's okay, let's get on with it. All right, moving on. But I'll tell you something. Somewhere along the line, she completely, it's almost like her whole persona changed. As much as she was so demanding of herself, had such high expectations for herself, you would think that she would be just as demanding and have just as much high expectations from those around her. Somewhere along the line, she kind of veered off of that. Like she was a lot more softer on them than she was on herself. She continued to be so highly demanding of herself, but not the same with others. So somewhere along the line, she kind of, excuse me, I feel like she almost changed. She was totally in love with whoever this fellow is. I don't know who the latest beau of her life was. She was so totally in love with him. Like completely. 6, the Lover's card, Gemini. Lot of hope, lot of things. But then again, see the wishing well right after that. She wished and she hoped that relationship would go to another level. But then she feels that that is the betrayal, because he didn't truly watch out for her. She felt that he let her down by not having her back. And that is what truly drove her to the ground. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing else I can say beyond that. Wait, is it the top or the bottom? Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I could go on and on and on about her, but then I almost feel like I'm about to cry myself. It's like a bit tough on me. I don't know if I want to do this. Let me see if I can. Do I even want to? No, I don't want to use those cards. Not appropriate. Okay, I'll put them away later. So unfortunate, y'all. The Chariot in the reverse again. She couldn't focus. She couldn't maintain balance. By then she was already out of it. Like she's saying that she was like, it was like checked out already. 8 of Cups in the reverse. 8 of Cups talks about walking away from something, right? Oh, 2 cards. We have the Father of Swords in the reverse. And then we have the Tower card in the reverse. I feel like by then, whatever it is she was struggling with, she had completely kind of like already checked out. So she didn't feel like she was abandoning anybody anymore. She didn't feel that guilt anymore. Like, oh, I'm abandoning them, or I'm the father of swords is like I'm letting somebody down, and I'm making a hasty decision and being harsh on this individual, or I'm breaking something apart and I'm letting somebody down, I'm destroying something great. She was way past all of that. She didn't care anymore. She's like, nah, I don't care anymore for any of this. And then you have a lot of the Star card in the reverse. Basically, towards the end, I'm going to say she absolutely didn't care whether she had any help from anybody, or if anybody was going to be supporting her or anything. She completely lost balance, being able to manage her emotions as well. She's like, I didn't care anymore. Seven of Pentacles in the upright. This to me tells me that, delayed success, but when? Like, how long is it going to be delayed? I'm going to say that this card is not so much delayed success as far as a career, but she says it's almost like her attempting suicide or overdosing or whatever. Actually, this should have happened a couple times in the past, but for some reason it got delayed, and finally when she did it, it was successful. She was successful. Oh my God. Three of Wands. She was facilitated. She was most definitely enabled. There was like rejoicing and like, oh, I'll support you and I'll help you take action towards this. But taking action towards this meaning is like providing, facilitating, enabling. So she definitely tried in the past and she wasn't successful. And finally, Father of Pentacles. So this tells me that whoever was in control of her finances, like, had been watching her and knew that she was going to try again and she may overdose. But I don't know why they didn't do anything to stop her. Ace of Cups, withdrawal of emotions. Took away whatever offer or extension of help and support. He just took it away. And the Lover's card in the reverse. Look, I'm going to stop because, as much as we can go on and on about it, it's the same difference. Like, whoever she really trusted on, she feels that that individual really betrayed her, like really badly. And that's the part that she's really struggling with, because she says, as much as I trusted that person, as much as I loved that person, I would have given my heart and soul. I did give my heart and soul to that person. I would never have done to them what they did to me. And I am disappointed. So what are you going to do, right? Oh, come on. Really? This thing is not even coming out of... Oh my goodness. Annoying. Okay, leave it. All right, y'all. I'm going to stop with that because now I'm kind of getting a little bit upset. Because this reading, the energy I'm getting from it is like, it's really upsetting me. Like, I'm really angry. Like, bothered by the fact that, when somebody so deeply trusts you and so much... they have put so much stock in you and you let them down. But that's what they say also, the person who you love the most is the one that betrays you the most as well, right? Or causes you the most hurt. It's very unfortunate. I'm going to stop at this. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave your comments below. And like I said, I do personal readings, and get in touch with me. My email address is below in the description box, as is my website address. If you go onto my website, it's very easy to maneuver, very user-friendly and very informative. You look at all the different kinds of readings I offer, and you can pick and choose and fix the date and time, and like, it's really awesome, very interactive. So I also have subscriptions for weeklies, monthlies, and year ahead, so go have a look at that as well. Thank you so very much. Blessed be. See you in the next video. Bye for now.